I'm Jin. Welcome to Yoga with Jin. I teach yoga here on the island of Oahu, and this is going to be the first video in a series I'm going to call Tips and Tricks, little things that you can do to help you out in your daily life, maybe with pain or alignment issues that you might be having. So today we're going to focus on one tip, one trick you can do to help out with sciatic pain. Now, your sciatic nerve is the largest nerve in your body, and it runs from your low back all the way down your leg, and it splits and ends in your foot. And it's really big, and if you're experiencing pain in it, you know it can be excruciating. Sciatic pain, it can be one of the worst pains that you can experience. It can be caused by pinching in your low back, where your vertebrae are actually pinching together and pinching the nerve. It can also often be caused by tightness in your piriformis. Your piriformis is a little muscle deep inside your butt muscles, and your sciatic nerve has to pass under it, and it can pinch your sciatic nerve also. So today we're going to do one simple exercise. You don't need anything special for it. You just need a wall or a table or a dresser or a counter. But whatever you're going to use, you want it to be right at your hip height. So I'm going to use a wall because most of my tables are taller than my hips because I'm pretty short. But if you're taller than me, you probably can use a table, a counter, or a dresser or something like that. But you want your hands to be right at the height of your hips. So if you notice, your hips are quite a bit lower than your belly button. So make sure you've got your hands right there at your hips. And then go ahead and walk right up to whatever you're going to use, your wall, your table, your counter, and place the heel of your hands right at your hip height with your fingers facing up the wall. And then press your hands strong into the wall and walk yourself back as far as you can. You're trying to make a nice 90-degree box shape with your legs, your torso, the wall, and the floor. So you don't want your feet out too far. You don't want your feet in too close. They need to be right under your hips and as wide as your hips. So feet can be pretty wide. They shouldn't be close together. And as you're here, press your hands strong into the wall. You're trying to get your arms nice and straight, and you're trying to get your back nice and long. And we're reaching our sit bones back, almost like you're trying to stick your butt out. But if you do that too much, then you might sag down. So we're going to lift up our low ribs. And then also let our heart melt towards the ground a little bit. So you've got a little opposing action. Long spine, ribs lift up, heart melts down, and keep your head right in between your arms so your ears could touch your arms if you move side to side. And you might be here for a couple breaths. Don't forget to breathe. Super important, in and out your nose. And then go ahead and turn and just look under the armpit of the side where you've got your sciatic pain. And take a couple breaths there. And then back to center, and you can turn. Look under the other armpit. Take a couple breaths there, back to center. If you're tired, if this feels like a lot of work, you can take a break. Otherwise, repeat it a couple times, looking to each side. Still pressing strong through your hands. Make sure your feet are live and pressing into the floor. Sit bones are widening back behind you. And then once you've turned a couple times to each side, then go ahead and walk back in. And you're done. So I suggest you try this exercise a couple times a day. Maybe every time you pass whatever it is you're going to press your hands onto, a particular spot on the wall, your table, your dresser, your counter. If nothing else, at least do it when you wake up in the morning, when you go to bed at night. This has helped me out personally in the past with sciatic pain. I hope it helps you out as well. And hopefully soon I'll load up a few more tips and tricks. Aloha.